go back to Massachusetts where it's nice and people are mean. Does Massachusetts or any of the other countries have any sort of like, hey, you are part of that old thing that we were the United States. Here's some money for you to come over to here. Like, well, I mean, because I think that there should be some sort of like, in order to entice people to come to your place, there should be some sort of financial incentive.
Well, we can look at the United States for some examples of where that's happening now. Currently, seriously, like, I mean, Alaska forever pays its people.
Yeah.
Delaware actually famously is currently, or has as recently was offering people something like $10,000 to go live there for X number of years.
Yes, I heard about that.
So yeah, I mean, it is the thing is we're coming off of the end of the boomers, and we call them boomers and make fun of them, and rightfully so. But the term baby boomers was these were the children of the folks that came back from World War II. And so this led to this huge population explosion, and now the population is dropping back off. Yeah, and so as a result, there are places that are losing their people. Now, I think if we were to look at, go ahead. Well, we look at other countries and see what they've done. Other countries, when these types of things have happened, no, it's mostly been refugees because most of what they're worried about isn't trying to attract talent from other places. It's trying to keep a war from breaking out. Because the Deep South, for example, is not going to be keen to let the smart gay guy go. Like, they're just going to say, well, just be straight. Do that instead.
Yeah, get yourself a beard. See, I did it right this time.
There you go.
Wow, man. So now you have the Deep South.
Well, it gets a little worse.
Oh, great. It gets a little worse.
Now, so again, when you lose your top talent, you have a greater number of poor people to pay for. Yeah, and poor people cost money, whether you pay for them or not. Like these guys, I mean, when a homeless guy goes to the emergency room, we pay for it as taxpayers. We all pay for it because the only other option is to let him die, and that's not what we're supposed to do. So this is going to constantly bring down. So now you're going to have you're going to have a lot of people without enough jobs and a lot of religious fervor. And do you know what happens when you combine those things, Wayne?
What?
War.
So we're going to go to war. And it's the Deep South's problem. Imagine that.
Well, they're going to try. And this is where I start to think through it, right? So the Deep South is going to want to go to war. Yeah. They're going to be looking for somebody to pick on. So let's go counterclockwise, starting with Massachusetts, all right? Because they share a border. They're going to share a border there. So they might want to pick a fight with Massachusetts. They'll think they're a bunch of sissies anyway. Yeah. The problem is, the much like they did back in the 1860s, they have all the money and all the tech. Yeah. Except now it's much more exacerbated. So
Irish, all the drunk Irish people and Red Sox fans, man, it's over.
Yeah. No. So they may try some skirmishes there, but they're just New England's going to make them pay. Yeah. It's not going to be worth it. So then they also share a border with the manufacturing folks up in Yellow, along with the breadbasket too. They'll share some kind of a border with the breadbasket. Yeah. They don't want those are going to be the folks that they're friendliest with, though. They're not going to want to fight with those guys. Yeah, because that's where their food comes from.
They pick their battles. That's the way it is.
Right. So as they swing around, their next option is Texas, which is a terrible idea. And even the Deep South realizes they've got the largest military and they don't like us. Provoking them is not a great plan. So you know who they're going to want to go after?
Who?
Us.